Good morning. Welcome to the Cohn phone. I am the Cohn. You are the phone. Together, we make the Cohn phone. I'll be here for the next hour taking your calls. I'd love to hear your take on the stuff you learned from rookie minicamp. I'd love to hear your take on the 49ers pretending that Trey Lance doesn't exist, pretending that Deebo Samuel doesn't exist. I mean, you go to the Niners Instagram, you can't find Trey Lance. It's hard. It's like they scrubbed their Instagram of him. You go to the Jets Instagram, it's just Zach Wilson everywhere. Zach Wilson, Zach Wilson, Zach Wilson, Zach Wilson, Zach Wilson. Like he's, I don't know, advertising for them. So we can talk about that. I want to talk about one thing. I know you're kind of like scheduled out, and this is my favorite time of the offseason where Niner fans try to predict the schedule for their own team, and everyone comes up with 12 or 13 wins. And then some other people that aren't fans will come up with like 8 or 9 wins, and everyone just gets in a big debate about how many wins the team's gonna get. Like, why do you really need to argue about that? None of us can tell the future. Why would you really want to argue? Spend a minute, like just make your prediction. We'll check back in 6 months. Anyway, I made my prediction. I said 9-8, and I really thought I was being generous. Everyone else that I did the show with had like 11 wins, 12 wins. But that being said, everyone else is Niner fans. So I've been thinking a lot about it. I gave them, what's up, Jose? You'll be first. I gave him 9-8. And I went back and I'm thinking, like, are there any games here that I would give to the Niners that I didn't give to them? And the answer is no. But really going back through the schedule, there's some games I gave the Niners that I don't know. I think are real toss-ups. Like for example, everyone I've seen break down the schedule has the Niners beating the Saints. That game is after a Monday night football game in Mexico City. So it's a short week coming back from another country. And then, like, the Saints, people really writing off the Saints because they don't have Sean Payton. Now, I'm curious to see what happens there with that. But they were 9-8 last year. They were 9-3 when Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill started. They were literally 4-1 when Taysom Hill started. And Taysom Hill isn't good. They missed the playoffs. The Niners made the playoffs because the Saints missed it because they went 0-5 with Ian Book and Trevor Siemian as their quarterbacks, as you would expect. Now those guys are gone, and their third-string quarterback is Andy Dalton, who's better than Taysom Hill. If the Saints can win with Taysom Hill, they can win with Andy Dalton. So they won't be in that position again. And what's special about the Saints isn't their offense, it's their defense. They have a better defense than the 49ers. Statistically, they gave up fewer points than the Niners last year. They gave up 19 points a game. They were number 1 against the run. They were number 5 on third down. This offseason, they added Tyrann Mathieu, which means they have a good, strong safety, unlike the Niners. They have Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, which means they have a good nickel back, unlike the Niners. And now on offense, I mean, they shouldn't be down to Trevor Siemian anymore, who was winless last year. They're getting Michael Thomas back. They drafted Chris Olave. They still have Alvin Kamara. I don't know, man. I'm not saying they're better than the Niners, and I'm sticking with my prediction that the Niners will beat them, but that's a tough game. And that's going to be another wild card team that's right there in the mix with the 49ers. So I don't know. Just be humble, I guess is what I'm saying about your expectations this year. I mean, you say like, oh, it's Jameis Winston. Who's he? Who the hell is Trey Lance? I like Trey Lance, but he's proven nothing. And the Niners haven't set him up for success this year because he didn't play last year. I'm just saying. All right, let's take some calls. Jose.
What's going on, Grant?
What's up, man? Tell me you got clothes on.
Oh, yes, I do. Most definitely.
Okay. Sure. What's up?
So I like the schedule personally. I definitely co-host.
What's up, homie?
What's up, son?
What's up? How you doing?
How you doing?
You're on television.
But no, I personally like the schedule. I definitely think that even though we don't have a great track record at Levi Stadium, I'm appreciative that the tougher games are at Levi Stadium instead of having to travel to the East Coast to like Miami, Tampa Bay, like those type of areas. I don't know. Me personally, I think the Niners will go 11-6. We'll do a little, especially if we fully commit to Trey Lance. I think it'll be closer to 11-6 or maybe even 12-5 if we're lucky. That's how I personally look at the schedule, especially when you got to play a rebuilding Seahawks team twice a year. You never know what Cardinals team you're going to get, especially when they stink in the second half of the year. Saints quarterback situation. Jameis Winston was good when he was healthy, but maybe that knee will flare up or something will happen there. I don't know necessarily. Um, the only teams I really look at is like, well, damn, we got to play them this year is the Chiefs. Obviously, Chiefs are a great team. Tampa with Tom Brady coming to Levi Stadium, obviously. And then the Rams. Now that the Rams basically finally beat us after like 3 years, I think those will be more of the tougher games of our season. The Chargers I'm not really too worried about in terms of overall team-wise because they still can't really run the ball. And that's the 49ers defense's weakness is really being able to run up the middle on them, especially if we don't get production from Javon Kinlaw. Hi, so yeah,
He
I mean,
totally
me
disagrees with
personally,
your entire take here. He's like, you are underestimating the Saints. That's what he thinks.
yeah, basically, I'm
They're
I'm
getting
basically
Michael Thomas back. I heard him say it.
Michael
Trying
Thomas
hard
is
to say
coming
that.
back. That is true, but does he really want to play in New Orleans? I mean, that basically was the whole argument last year before he got his foot surgery. Does he even want to be in that city, in that town, or whatnot, and play for the Saints? Maybe with Winston at quarterback instead of Drew Brees, he's more interested. But
Maybe.
basically, yeah, I don't know.
All right, man. I think he said enough is enough. Be my dad again.
I'm definitely excited though for Trey Lance, especially if John Lynch and Kyle can stop playing with the Jimmy Garoppolo limbo situation and finally just say, "Hey, it's Trey's team." I definitely think we will be better off for it by going in that direction full time.
What do you think, though? Jimmy
What
or
do you
Trey?
think, son?
Jimmy? Trey? He's like, I don't know these quarterbacks. He's a
Dude, I
Brock.
don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Man, that's so cute. Well, it's good to see you, man.
You take care, Grant.
So, same to you. Later.
Later.
Eugene, you better have a kid that you can bring on the show. Otherwise, it's... What's up, dude? No, I'm just playing. Oh, you got a dog. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, I got a little pug with me. Yeah.
Cute. What's the pug's name?
Her name is Rosemary. I rescued her off the side of the road 3 weeks ago.
Hello, Rosemary. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Okay,
All right, Eugene.
Grant.
What's going on?
So. Do you still think there is a realistic possibility Deebo is actually going to get traded? Because
sorry, man, your connection is real weak. You said, is there a possibility Deebo gets traded? I still think there is a possibility Deebo gets traded. They won't put his – yeah, your connection is kind of weak, man. Sorry. But to answer your question, I do think there's a possibility Deebo still gets traded. That's not resolved. Eugene, call back in, man. You're like calling from like underground. Jaden, let's talk.
Hey, Grant.
How you doing, man?
Particularly well.
That's good.
So, we talked 2 weeks ago. Oh, wait. First, what's today?
The 15th, Sunday.
May, right?
Yeah, it's May.
It is May 15th.
Uh-huh.
Sunday. And Jimmy Garoppolo is still in the Niners.
He still is. So
Deebo, he's still in the Niners too.
It's true.
I said it. And now I got a grin on my face because he's not going nowhere.
Okay.
All this like suspense now is just waiting for the contract to be signed. I was thinking about this the other day. Whenever Kittle was getting extended, everyone was doing the same exact thing. Except he wasn't like doing the whole social media thing, but we were doing the same thing. Oh, is George Kittle going to get traded? And we were talking about this in May and June. So I think it's just a Niners fans thing where we expect someone to get traded in around May or June. Whenever the Niners even have people sign contracts. So I think we're good. I think Deebo's staying.
Do you really think that? Or are you just saying that?
I really think it.
Because to me, it sounds like you're just telling yourself that. When you said it, I didn't sense confidence.
I
didn't.
I
didn't sense it at all.
All right.
That sounded like a fan trying to convince himself that everything's okay. Honestly, I swear, I've heard that tone before.
All right, what
Everything's
about this?
fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Are you sure?
All right, what about this one? What about this
Okay,
one?
try again.
Brandon Ayuk will have a breakout year.
That sounded. See, that was confident. I could hear that sounded authentic.
Okay.
All right.
What about this one? Ty Davis Price needs to not be on the Niners.
Ooh, yeah, that sounded like it came from the heart.
Yeah. Why did we draft a running back in round 2? Or whatever.
Because Kyle can't resist. Because no
Oh.
one could tell him no. Had to have him.
And
the thing about Kyle is like Kyle doesn't do advanced scouting. Like he'll just turn on the tape in January of the scouts of the players for that year, and he'll fall in love with someone over the course of a month or two, and that's it. Ty Davis Price.
The running back that the Raiders
I don't even know who
got?
Ty Davis Price was in December. Now he's on the team. That's his style.
Who was the running back that the Raiders picked up?
I don't know. I don't know. Sonny Michel? No. Yes.
No. Draft. It was something white.
I don't know.
Ah, come on. He's better than Ty Davis. That's all I know.
Jaden, I like that you come on the show weekly just to gloat about Deebo, and it's well within your right. So I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I said that he was going to be on the Niners, and like, where is he? He's on the Niners.
I don't know where he is, but I guess he is on the Niners. I got to take more calls, though, man. It's a lightning round today. But thanks for calling.
Lightning round. All right.
Lightning round. I'll see you around.
All right. Peace.
Carlos Urbina says, as weird as it sounds, I'm more worried about playing the Saints over the Chiefs. Saints are loaded, and they just signed Jarvis Landry. The Saints are loaded. I just wanted to point that out. The Saints are freaking loaded. Merkin Avalo says, do you think Kyle didn't use Deebo in the fourth quarter of the NFC Championship on purpose so he wouldn't use it against him in negotiations? I can see Kyle's ego taking over with his play calling. Maybe. Right? I mean, the Seahawks did that to Marshawn Lynch, right? I don't know. It's definitely within the realm of possibility because I don't understand why they stopped giving Deebo the ball. It doesn't make any sense. So any theory works. Damien says, don't feel confident about this season. The schedule is hard, and Kyle has never had back-to-back winning seasons ever. I hope this year I'm wrong. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was trying to be generous. I saw 9-8. Now I'm starting to feel like 8-9. Jay Hutch, man, what's up?
Yo, how's it going?
Yo, man, nice dog.
Oh, thanks. She's just chilling.
Hey, what's up? All right.
So, the Buccaneer game. We are either going to get Trey versus Brady, or if Trey's hurt, or in some alternate universe, they decide to go with Jimmy, it's going to be Jimmy v. Brady. I hope it's not Jimmy v. Brady in the alternate universe, but if Trey's hurt and it's Jimmy v. Brady, either way, I'm going to that game.
Don't the Niners understand? I mean, I guess Trey Lance is an unknown.
For sure.
But they have to know that, like, they'll sell more jerseys of Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. They'll sell more tickets. They'll get more view. Like, it's just good for business to make the move now. You're going to make the move eventually. Jimmy's not good enough. What are you holding on to? He's not Brett Favre or Joe Montana.
It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. I mean, either way, I'm going to that game because it's either going to be Trey versus Brady, and I've never seen Brady play, so I mean that's going to be cool. Or it's going to be a showdown of Jimmy v. Brady, and then Jimmy's going to suck ass, and maybe they cut him.
It'll be Blaine Gabbert versus Nate Sudfeld, the game everyone wants to see.
God, don't go there. Don't go there.
I wonder if we're going to actually see Nate Sudfeld this year because Kyle tends to get his quarterbacks hurt, and I don't know.
That depends on the O-line.
Kyle says that Nate Sudfeld's a starting quarterback and can win games in the NFL. Let's see it.
Hey, I got one thing.
Sure.
So what happened when the very first game of the season, the very first drive, Trey Lance was used in the red zone, and then we never saw it again? Why?
They did it a little bit the first couple of games of the year. They did it week 3 against the Packers, but it seems pretty clear that it's something Kyle wanted to do, and it's something that the team didn't want to do. I think that's a pretty fair assumption. It's like Kyle was negotiating with his own team. It's like he didn't tell him he was going to draft a quarterback. And everyone was like, what the hell are we doing? I thought we were running it back. I thought this was the revenge tour. And he was like, yeah, but I don't really like Jimmy. And everyone's like, you tell us? And then he's like, okay, well, what if we use both quarterbacks? And they're like, no. Well, what if I just use Trey Lance in the red zone? They're like, no. Like,
Yeah,
Kyle, you're the coach.
It's like Kyle's the CEO, but the owner is saying you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Or the locker room saying you can't do that. You can't do that. And his hands are tied. Like, let him loose. Let him loose. Let him do what he wants to do.
Or he's just not being a leader. You know, like, man, step up, make a decision. Tell the locker room that it's going to be your way.
That is like what's going on right now. 49ers, make a decision.
Make a decision.
Something. Say what you want to do. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you want to do. Make a decision.
They keep contradicting themselves too when they talk about Trey Lance. They'll say stuff like,
"It's back and forth.
We believe in Trey Lance. He just needs to show it."
Honestly, it's like
if he just needs to show it, then you don't believe in him. Literally,
it's like a horrible soap opera.
It's
not even a good one. Like the worst one.
It's the same episode every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
All right, man.
Oh, we just have to laugh about it.
Yeah, we gotta laugh. I'll see you next week. We'll talk about the same stuff. All right, later. Damien, we got you. Do we get anyone else? All right, I think we're good. All right. Lawless, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Been a while. How you doing?
It has been a while. How you doing?
Good. Just trying to not be nervous. My second time on the show. Hey, first things first, dude. I just want to thank you for making the most boring, uneventful offseason of all time actually interesting.
Trying. Thanks, man. So it is pretty boring, though. It's like a desert of content. Like, where is it? Come on. Deebo made it interesting for a minute. Got to thank him.
The only thing I'm excited about in the draft is Danny. That's it.
Yep.
And that's just because of speed. Everybody's excited about speed.
Yep.
Nah, so I was looking at the definition of faithful, and it's like loyal and steadfast. And I'm like, okay, so we're loyal and steadfast, but they're not even. But the organization's not even loyal and steadfast to us. Like, how are you going to have 3 first round? I mean, how are you going to draft all this capital to get this guy that you don't even really want to market? Yeah. It just makes no sense to me. Like, there's no really big. Like, give us something to like. Not just be hopeful for, but something that's to be excited about. It just seems like their lack of confidence is just really alarming to me.
And it's like, I feel like the whole calling you faithful thing is kind of calling you dumb. Like, just sort of believe whatever we're pushing. And what they're pushing right now is like, our quarterback doesn't matter. We're not going to talk about our quarterback because we have a really weird situation there. So focus on Kyle Juszczyk. Like, nah, man, I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid.
And then
I'm excited about the season if you're not even going to tell me who the quarterback is.
Right. Like I said, you sold all this capital, so we can't be excited about our draft picks. We barely drafted in the first round, so we didn't get that. You know what I mean? So let's like, what are we putting our focus on? A couple more things, man. That whole Cardinals fading off, you know how they fade off second half of the season? Well, they don't even have DeAndre the first half, so I thought that was very interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, 49er fans, I'm trembling right now because we got to play. When do we play Russell?
Week 3.
Week 3? That's going to be very interesting. I did not want to see that guy this year.
At Mile High, which might even be a bigger home field advantage than Seattle. It's really, I mean, people like players who aren't from there get winded in the second half. That's what Ian Williams told me. He says it's the hardest place to play.
And I'm holding you to this because you said this because I was actually excited about Ty Davis. But if you really don't know, it's not looking good.
I can't judge running backs in practice.
Okay, of course.
I'm just judging his hands at that point. Like they say he runs hard. We'll see. I can't tell in practice. So I don't know.
You know, it's funny because people say like, why do we draft him so high? But I kind of get it because the way he runs the running backs, man, our running backs, they don't stay healthy at all.
They don't. So that's a big reason Deebo was playing running back, right?
Right. So that makes sense at the end of the day, but we'll see. All right, man. I'll be short with you. You have a good one, bro.
All right, Lawless. Good to see you.
Yep.
Peace. Niner Gang 209. What's up? How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, man. Nice chain.
Oh, you know it. Bang, bang. Not a gang.
Nice.
Hey, how about that Dwelly train? What's going on with that?
Oh, man. I wish it would take off. I wish it would leave the station eventually. But you know what? That's what Trey Lance is for because Dwelly's one of the few people on this team that can actually catch his ball.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, wasn't it like last year, the second week, he caught a touchdown from Garoppolo?
Yeah, and they never threw him the ball ever again the rest of the season. I think he had 5 targets, 4 catches. I don't know why I know that, but I do.
Hey, ever since you were talking about it, I was like, you know what? Dwelly needs to be involved way more than he's been. Like, especially after that touchdown with Jimmy, I'm like, come on. If Jimmy could throw
To
him the
me,
ball,
he's a classic backup red zone threat tight end. Like, no, he's not a great blocker, but in the red zone, why would you not throw him the ball? And they don't. It's crazy to me.
honestly, people probably hate me saying this. I think he's better in the red zone than Kittle.
I'm just saying. He's taller than Kittle.
I don't
He
know.
catches the
Just
ball
saying.
away from his frame better than Kittle. His hand-eye coordination, as the previous tight end coach, what's his face? Embry said to me before last year, his hands are borderline elite. Borderline elite. I mean, no one ever said that about Kittle. Sorry, George.
That's a good point. That's a good
Yeah.
point. Wasn't
Yeah.
he the star at San Diego State?
Yeah, and it was only no, it was USD. I think it was
okay.
University of San Diego. But if you look at his numbers, he was the offense there.
Right.
Everything went through him in college as opposed to Kittle, who was at Iowa blocking. He was like the 5th receiver on that team. I don't know how Iowa did that. What were they doing? Anyway.
They were saving for the Niners.
There were like 4
Draft
other
them.
guys who aren't in the NFL who were getting targets above him. Like, guys.
Anyways,
Anyways.
let's talk about the man of the hour, Trey.
Let's talk
What's
about
going on?
Lance.
What? Jimmy is the start of this problem right now.
Yeah.
If he wasn't here, Trey would be he would be the headlines of the team. But we're scared to move on from Jimmy. We don't know what we're gonna get with Trey. It's like just pull the Band-Aid. Just do it.
Yeah.
Should have did it last year.
Yeah.
Honestly, from the beginning.
Yeah. And it's like I feel like what they're doing is like, well, we can't name Trey the starter because we got to preserve this trade market for Jimmy Garoppolo that exists. It's like, first of all, no, it doesn't exist. And second of all, like what they're doing is, okay, we'll just ignore Trey and we'll ignore Jimmy and pretend we don't have a quarterback on this team. And we'll put people like Robbie Gould on season tickets. Like, that's.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, what?
What are you doing, man? You can't. You didn't even do that last year. Last year, what they did was pretended like they didn't draft Trey Lance. They drafted him. They're like, look, he's essentially redshirting. We're not going to talk about him. So we do the state of the franchise. We're just going to have a bunch of pictures of Jimmy. And anyone asks, is Jimmy's team? Is Jimmy's team? Is Jimmy's team? This year, they're like, that's not important. Who cares? What? Huh? I don't know. I couldn't even hear you. Never mind. Next question.
Oh, God, dude.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it gets really frustrating, when you, especially, I watch you every day. Every day I watch your videos.
Appreciate it.
And just listening about all this Trey stuff, like you're saying that they need to put Trey out there. Trey's our guy. Trey's our guy. Like, Jimmy, he's gone. He's yesterday's news, dude. Like, why aren't you moving on?
He doesn't want to be here.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. And you don't want him here. What's crazy is like, he's not even there. Like, he's not even at the facility. At rookie minicamp, you know who was there? Trey Lance. Just sitting in the back watching. He wants to be the leader of the team. He wants to be here. Jimmy doesn't want to be here, and the Niners just won't let Trey lead. How is Trey going to lead this team until you actually empower him?
Gosh, man. All I got to say is bye, Felicia, to Jimmy.
Hey, man, to Jimmy's credit, though, he said bye. He's like, trade me. Goodbye. Thank you. I'm out. The Niners are like, not so fast. Do the right thing. Do what the Bears did with Foles. Do the right thing.
Hey, I wonder if Jimmy's like thinking, like, and why the hell am I still here? Like,
yeah, why the hell am I still here?
I even said goodbye at the end of the year.
I bet you him and his agent talk on the phone late at night. Like, I still can't believe the Niners didn't cut you and didn't use that cap space. Can you believe that they didn't use their cap space? I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Hey, I'm starting to believe they're as crazy as you think.
Dude, they really like to smell their own farts, man. They think everything they do, you know what I mean? They I don't know, man. They really think everything they do is just great. It's hard. I'm sorry.
They watch South Park way too much.
That's what says what's going on down there in Santa Clara.
Hey, honestly, I really hope your dad wins that bet because
he usually wins. He doesn't really propose bets that he thinks he's going to lose.
Right.
He's very smart that way.
That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah. I'm over here losing bets left and right. Like, oh, well, it was entertaining.
Hey, you're going to have to buy your own wine sale case. So keep up with the wine.
Are you out in Stockton?
No, 209 Hillmar by Turlock, Modesto.
Oh.
Little town. It has more cows than people.
Nice. Out in Kaepernick country.
Yeah,
nice.
Turlock. I'm probably like 5 miles from Turlock, honestly.
You know his parents?
Hillmar Cheese. They work at Hillmar Cheese over here, right next to my town. Yep.
Say what's up. Say what's up.
Their parents, yeah, but him, not so much.
I don't think he's been to Turlock in a minute. That's my guess. I don't
What's
think he
that?
goes back to Turlock. I'm guessing.
Oh,
I
I
don't think so.
doubt. I
I
doubt.
don't think so.
No one.
All right,
honestly.
man.
All right, bro.
I'll
Take it
see you
easy.
around. Peace. Carlos says, it's sad to see how the Niners are telling everyone we don't like Trey. I mean, that's if they don't realize it, that is what they're telling people. They can say, we haven't said that. Yeah, okay, but, not all communication is verbal. What you're saying is that you don't like him. It's like the whole relationship metaphor analogy. It's like saying you're with a girl, but like being like, yo, don't post pictures of us on Insta. Don't post pictures of us. That's a bad sign, right? They're like, first of all, we can't be holding hands in public. Don't take pictures of me. It's like, you're the girl on the side. Did you not realize that you're the girl on the side? He has another girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, sorry, Trey. Push for better treatment. Don't be the girl on the side. It's not fun. Hold on. There's one more. John Mathis says, what's up, Grant? Now this is coming from me first. Brandon Ayuk can do the same thing Deebo did in the run game. Not saying it's good, but he can't. No, he can't. You can't put Brandon Ayuk at running back. That's no. He can be a really good receiver, though. Grant keeps it real. No slant, Grant Cohn. Thank you very much, Terror Dome. All right, let's go. Will. What's up, dog?
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. It's my first time calling.
All right.
I've been watching you for a while, man, but I just want to talk about the defense.
Okay.
So, like, I think the D line's like better than it was last year, and like the linebacking core should be better than it was last year too, and the corner room's deep. So, like,
Well, they lost Arden Key and DJ Jones, but they did bring in reinforcements. You like the new look?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Potential like to be better than last year and the year before. Like, I don't know. I just want to see your thoughts about it because that especially that linebacking core, it should be like up and coming. Like
Aziz, yeah, with Aziz and Dre and like all three of them. Yeah, that's a good point. And then also to me, like what we've seen a lot with Chris Kasarik is the second half of the year with defensive linemen that he's just coached.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with Ebukam. So with Drake Jackson, he's hella young. He might not do a whole lot the first 7-8 weeks of the year, but like the back half of the year, I would imagine that Drake Jackson is going to be a freaking force.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see him just keep developing and move on. It's gonna be crazy.
I mean, the Niners might have a top 3 defense in the league. They're up there with the best defenses. Like
that's why they're win-loss projections. Like you can't tell unless it's all that matters about the defense. Like really, like
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I would think it should take them a long way. Really, the problem with the Niners, like comparing them to the Saints and Niners, I think are very similar.
Yeah.
The difference is Saints have an easier schedule this year. The Niners have to face the AFC West, and the Saints don't. That's rough.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Will. Thanks for calling in.
Right.
All right, man. Later. Papa Dragon, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Iggy?
Good.
How's your paw?
Doing good. I'm sure I'll see him later today.
Oh, awesome. It's good seeing his put him again.
Yeah.
Hey, so I just want to identify a couple of things. And the first thing I want to identify is that right now we have a lot of people that have this ability to say exactly how they feel on social media. And that's fine. Obviously, the Niners have made a couple of decisions. And what I don't get is this. I don't get why they don't change their paradigm because they're obviously the billionaires that are frugal and are set in their way. And what I mean by that is, as a longtime 49er fan, and trust me, I'm a fan, and I've tried to quit them, and it's been because of the Yorks. Still having a hard time dealing with how they've done business the last 20 years. And it just shocks me that they get so many people that just stay absolutely truthfully faithful to them.
I think you've not stumbled, but you've brought up a great topic. Can we stick here? Like the frugal billionaires. Let's talk about the Yorks. They are not the DeBartolos. The DeBartolos were not frugal billionaires. They were
Right.
spenders. So what do the Yorks do? I've often asked, how do they make money? Do you know what the Niners ownership does to make money outside of football?
I actually don't know.
I can tell you.
Thing is that their biggest money cow is the team.
No. Hold on. It's more complicated than that. The Niners look at themselves as venture capitalists. And so they actually, in addition to all the money they put into the 49ers, they've invested in 40 companies. They are big time investors in English Premier League team, Leeds United. So they look at themselves as not just a football franchise, but a venture capitalist firm. And so when they talk about, dialing back spending this year, are they dialing back spending across all 40 of their companies or just the 49ers? Like, how important is football to them? Or is it just one of their investments? Now, of course, it's the biggest one. But do you see what I'm saying here? Like, they are very, very invested in a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. No, and I think it's obvious that, when you are a venture capitalist, a big part of what you do is spend.
Yep.
And it's spend and earn. So they put a cap on their own spending on top of anything else. So, like, if any extra variables come up, they don't alter their course. Their course is already set. So now I have a better understanding of why they do what they do. And that's, to me, precisely why they should sell the team. Because,
when they talk about dialing back spending while they're investing in 40 other companies, I'm like, wait a second, what is going on here? What's important to you guys right here? To me, what that tells me is what's important to them is profit. End of story.
It's growing their portfolio. So
growing their portfolio. That's it. Yep.
What's important to them is growing their portfolio.
Right.
Football is number one.
And football will help them grow their portfolios, but winning a Super Bowl is not the number one thing and is not the number one goal in the 49ers.
No, absolutely. And that's essentially the situation you have here. So it's like if they've invested in 40 companies, then probably their goal is to invest in the 42 the next year.
Yeah, that's right.
So
keep growing.
I mean,
like they're tapped out with the 49ers. So let's invest in soccer. Let's invest in non-sports. Great. Well, you better still have money to compete with the Rams. Because they're spending on football.
But it's not just the Rams, though. I mean, the football business, the business of football is one of the business on the planet.
Yeah.
They're raking in big time TV dollars right now.
Right.
And the ultimate goal in professional sports typically is to win the championship. And to me, it's not the Yorks' goal.
No.
I think the Yorks are like, hey, you got to the NFC Championship last year with that. So I think you guys are good.
As long as we stay in the playoffs and stay relevant, as long as Levi's stays full, they're okay.
As long as Levi stays full, they stay.
I think they thought early on they could get rid of Harbaugh and they could keep filling that stadium because it was new and there was a novelty to it, and they didn't realize how much people hated that stadium. And I think they're sensitive to how mediocre that freaking stadium is. So
that was
you know what
obvious.
I'm saying? Yeah.
No, that was obvious. I think they felt that the players were more important than the head coach was.
Right.
And it takes a synergy between ownership, general manager, head coach, and then you need a major component from an NFL team, whether it be a defense or a quarterback, to routinely be successful in this league. And there's other ways that you supplement that, but football is like any other economic system. You're going to have your wealthy at the top, and you're going to have all your role play laborers at the bottom. And
I just think it's interesting how the Niners, the Yorks, have invested in so much throughout the years. Football, non-football. They've never invested in the right quarterback ever.
No.
Maybe Trey Lance will be that guy, but they're still searching. Kind of important.
It's uber important. If you don't have a quarterback, you're looking for one. The sad thing is that they had Jimmy. And the minute that Jimmy popped up in public with his new contract and a porn star, they should have been bringing in quarterbacks to compete against him, light a fire.
It was such a bad sign when he did that. And now that there's this rumor that Robert Kraft's girlfriend has a child with Jimmy Garoppolo, that it's like, well, that's believable. It sounds like something he probably might do. I mean, really honest. I mean, I don't know.
And I'm not mad at Jimmy. I'm not
mad at Jimmy
for allowing it.
No. Man, I got to take more calls, but you really brought up a great point. I wanted to talk about the Yorks and their money because I've been thinking about this. They're venture capitalists. And to me, they're spreading themselves too thin, I think.
No, absolutely. Not only they're just not focused on football.
They're not focused. I like that. Great call as usual, man.
All right, man.
All right, take care. Terradome says, great question. How do they make their loot invested in 40 companies, venture capitalists? Yup, that's true. Sean Shepard says, what's up, Zippy? Hey, why are we watching all of Kyle's weird player fetishes like his choice of quarterbacks? Do you think he runs around office wearing only Kyle's jerseys, dreaming of Super Bowl wins? I don't know, but you can't tell me that Kyle and his dad don't have an affinity for good, not great college quarterbacks with zero physical gifts that are impressive. That's their thing. All about that. Like, look at how mid this quarterback is. I'm going to make him great in my system. All right, sweet. Ninth Wonder Comics says the football is a leverage piece to get them into other investment opportunities easily. They don't come as long as the team makes money. Yup. I'm just starting to learn about money. It's crazy what billionaires will do. Joshua Wyatt says, I like what they're doing with Trey Lance. Don't anoint him at 21 just because you're overpaid. Make him compete and earn it. I just hate what they're doing with Jimmy Garoppolo. He does a terrible Terrell Pryor impression. What? You lost me at the Terrell Pryor part. All right, Goji, you ready? No, you're not ready? You ready? All right, man. What's up, dude? How you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good.
I'm a little ticked off that we still have Jimmy on the team. I don't
just a
get
little.
it.
Just a little.
No, I'm pretty pissed off, dude. I'm pretty pissed off. What are we doing? We aren't marketing Trey Lance. We aren't. What are we doing here?
I don't know. I what's your best guess? Because I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. You tell me.
My best guess is I think we might have him on the damn team. The way they're not bringing him up, it's getting a little sketchy here. It's getting really bad. And I don't. What we wasted 3 first-round picks on this dude. What are we doing? If he's still on the team by the time week 1, someone should get fired. This is a fireable offense, dude.
It's like the Niners are that guy who they're like telling their girlfriend, like, yeah, I'm gonna get the divorce. I'm gonna leave my wife. I'm gonna leave my wife. And then it's like, actually, we're gonna go to therapy. Like, what?
Dude, what? Someone needs to be. Who should be fired if he's still here? Because someone should not be fired.
I know.
You know
my mind goes to John Lynch because I feel like John Lynch is the one who wanted Jimmy Garoppolo and feels like if he gets rid of him, he loses the trade. I don't know. I want to say John Lynch. What do you think?
I want to say John Lynch too because Jed's not going anywhere. You know. Well, what you guys were talking, that was a great subject, by the way. They are not spenders. They are definitely thinking about their own profit, own money.
That's right.
We need to think
there are
39
other investments. Like, guys, you got one investment that matters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We should have went all in with Trey to show him we have his back, but we don't. It's like we're leaving him we're just leaving him in the cold. It's messed up.
It's like, why do you own this team? Do you own this team to be businessmen? Or do you own this team to be sportsmen, right? Yeah. Like Joe Lacob owns the Warriors. He's a venture capitalist, but he owns that team because he's obsessed with winning. Like, he needs to win a champion, not because he wanted to grow his portfolio or get more money. He did that too, but he's obsessed with it. He is Jed just like, look at how much money me and Parag have made. Like, great, man. It's you own the Niners. You're printing money based off of what your freaking uncle did. You're profiting off of the past. How hard is that? You have a worldwide fan base. Worldwide. What have you done?
No. Exactly. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't know. But I am a little pissed off, as you can tell. We need to get something done here. As a fan base, we need to push for something here, especially with the Jimmy train. We need to get this going again. We need to get it rolling. Let them know we don't want him.
All I know is anytime Niner fans put a banner on a plane and fly that above the stadium, things happen.
Yeah.
So maybe it's time. Maybe it's time.
Yeah.
All right, Goji.
Oh yeah.
Later,
Take it easy, man.
Peace. Man, everyone's either got a pet or a kid coming through today. It is a family affair on a Sunday morning, and I'm loving it. Joseph says Goji getting super slabby, and let's go Trey Lance. Jimmy fans will love seeing Trey throws 60-yard bombs at Deebo. Jimmy can't do that. Jimmy can. He just doesn't. He just is afraid to. What's up, BK?
Grant, what's going on? How you been?
Good, man. How you doing? Where you calling from?
From Vallejo. This is the second time that I've been on.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a couple of texts for you. I think that Kyle is still in the lab trying to learn how to use Trey Lance. I say that because I think that he's still thinking about how he blundered the RG3 situation.
Okay.
Now let me go back with that.
Let's talk about it. Yeah,
RG3 and Trey Lance. RG3 and Trey Lance have similar characteristics, right? They both have a really good arm. They're both super smart, right? Because he went to Baylor. He was a very smart kid, and they were both with freakish. They were athletic. I can't even say the word. It's too early. Freakishly athletic. There we go.
Yes.
And what did he do with RG3? He just used his athleticism and ran him through the pockets, ran quarterback powers, and RG3 was a little guy.
Yep.
He ended up getting a knee injury right at the beginning of his first year after he won Rookie of the Year, and his career all went downhill from there, right? So I think that Kyle thinks about that, and that's part of the reason why we didn't see Trey Lance, because Trey Lance has so many little starts, and he was like, okay, well, let me figure out what I did wrong with RG3 and use that in the way to go to Trey.
You're so right, and I think you're so right, and I think your premise is dead on, and I think what Kyle's thinking is the problem with RG3 is I played him too soon.
Yeah,
from his mind. If I have this quarterback who's got all these gifts, but he needs to learn, if I play him right away, I have to use him this way.
Exactly.
Right?
And
but
think
if
about it, RG3 had more.
He can run my system.
RG3 had more starts in college than Trey Lance did. Way more. Did probably like way 20 more starts, if not that. And the difference is that he just used RG3's athleticism and what he could do, and he was like, okay, let's go on the field, let's go win games. And it worked, but it wasn't sustainable. No. Whereas with Trey Lance, he's a bigger guy, but he didn't have as many starts. So he's like, okay, let me go back and see what I did right with RG3 and use those to my attribute as opposed to just going out there and letting him be athletic and going ahead.
Well, look at the difference in how Kyle used Trey Lance from week 5 to week 16.
Oh, right? Huge difference.
Week 5, it was like, you're not a quarterback. I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Week 16, it was like under center, play action. I mean,
it
was
moving the pocket
in the first half, but it was basically like, all right, man, you've been on the team all year. Let's do it. Run the offense.
Yeah. It kind of unleashed him a little bit. And you could see what he did, because as the game went on, I think every quarter he got better, and he had a high passer rating, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was over like 80 or 90.
But also, like, in the first start, it was like that was not the Niners offense. That was some other Trey Lance off. Like in the second start, he was running the
49ers offense.
Plus, it's like, okay, well, then this is what I thought they drafted him to do.
And I think that's what he used this year for. He was like, you know what? Let's just sit him anyways, because I need to figure out how I can best utilize his skill set. And not only that, though, but let's incorporate that skill set with our power run game, because the 49ers have one of the best run games, if not the best run game in the league. So Trey Lance,
I don't want to just call 7 zone reads a game just to get him on the field as a rookie. Like, it didn't necessarily work the last time I tried that. I guess I can see that. It's like a little PTSD.
Right. Not to mention that in my thinking, I think that he might be the most gifted, like physically gifted quarterback that he's ever had, as far as Kyle goes.
I would agree. That's why everyone compares him to Josh Allen, right? There's a reason.
Yeah, exactly. That's his NFL comparison, and I think that he has a bigger upside than Josh Allen, because he's faster than him, and I think he has a little bit of a better arm. But I think what Kyle did with that was like, you know what? Let me use these weeks to try and figure out how I could tailor the offense to him and not get him hurt, and use what I did wrong with RG3 and turn that into
not rush him on the field.
Exactly. Because
let's not rush him on the field and be like, okay, well, you can run around so you can play. Like, yeah, true, you can. But how
long?
Like
2 years younger, and he's like 2 years younger than RG3 was when RG3 came into the league. It's like 23. Trey Lance had just turned 21. He's 22 now. But I'm like, he was a baby, didn't have a lot of starts in college. So why even throw him on there? He was like, we already have a good team. Let me just let Jimmy go out and do that. And he thought that Jimmy's trade value would have went up because the 49ers went to the NFC Championship game.
See,
he was dead wrong. He was dead wrong on that. You can't throw 6 or 7 passes in a game and think that you're going to be able to do something like. Come on now.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
And my last thing is real quick is what happened with Robert Kraft and Jimmy Garoppolo. What were you saying earlier about Robert Kraft and Jimmy Garoppolo?
You didn't hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
All right, though, there was a rumor going around as an email that got posted. It got DM'd to me, and then I saw it was everywhere. It said basically that the reason that Jimmy Garoppolo got traded to the Niners wasn't about Tom Brady. It was about Robert Kraft. That apparently, this is documented. Robert Kraft has a girlfriend who's much younger than him. She had a kid. Right. It's not Robert Kraft's kid. And that's public record. And so someone said it's actually Jimmy's kid. That is not necessarily confirmed. But
wow,
rumor came out and was like, why do I believe that?
Because we got him for a second round pick. You remember he was the second coming of Tom Brady, and we got him for a second round pick, and it was just like no news. Oh, the 49ers got Jimmy Garoppolo. We were like, wait, what? They weren't even going to trade him, remember? That makes sense.
I don't know.
Not gonna lie. It's not far-fetched.
I mean, if he's going on dates publicly with Kiara Mia, I mean, anything is possible.
Anything. That's why they don't call him porn star Jimmy for no reason.
All right, BK.
All right, thanks again for having me.
Later, man. Bryant, what's up?
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm hanging in there. How you doing?
So I got I've been thinking about it. Why is Robbie Gould being featured? We're playing week 1. He's going to kick the game winner. Week 2, everybody's going to be Robbie. You know, he's the captain of the team.
It's true. And plus week 1, homecoming revenge game for Robbie Gould going to Chicago. Revenge game.
And if they don't have Jimmy, they're banking on Robbie right there.
Right.
And if Jimmy's there, then they'll have Jimmy and Robbie. So
hey, I want to say something. Unpopular take, hot take. The MVP of the Jimmy Garoppolo offense the last 5 years, Robbie Gould. He makes Jimmy look good. Sorry, keep going.
So with the stadium being where it's at and, you know, being designed the way it is, wasn't it truly supposed to be designed? And
yes,
it was supposed to be for San Francisco.
Yes,
and they didn't change the designs at all.
Not at all. This much. They changed it this much. They're like, oh, let's take this and put it here as if there's no difference. Only someone from Youngstown, Ohio would think there's no difference between South San Francisco and Santa Clara. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
that's from the other side of the country to make that mistake.
That's why I think, you know, they weren't really expecting to jump to Santa Clara. It was kind of a final push at the end. They didn't like how the city wasn't going to pay for everything, and they decided to move. And well, I think your dad said it too. They'll move back. They'll move
absolutely.
Back.
Whenever Jed York gives the team to his son, Jackson York or whatever, and Jackson's the owner, that's going to be the first thing Jackson does. I can't wait until Jackson's the owner of the 49ers. Isn't that his name? Jackson.
I think so.
I
think the reason a lot of our problems are the way they are is because of Prague. If once we, you know, break off from Prague, there's going to be a lot of different things that's going to happen for the Niners. I think Prague really truly runs the team. Jed's, you know, the son, and Prague makes a lot of the financial decisions. And Prague, he just said, hey, this is what we're going to do. And Jed said, goes with it.
I think he runs the team exactly how the parents want him to run it. I feel they trust him, that they're always going to be making money as long as Prague is in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's basically what I got. You know, I just wanted to call and tell you that's my prediction with Robbie Gould. And I think Jimmy's going to be here week 1 because they just love him. You know, the Yorks love him. Or we're going to cut him. And if we cut him, he's going to go to Seattle. And I think they're afraid of that.
I'm not.
All right, Grant.
All right, man. Have a good one. Bye. Like, if Jimmy went to Seattle, like, wouldn't you be hoping if you're a Niner fan that Jimmy plays? You would rather face Jimmy than Drew Lock. I'm just saying. Drew Lock will actually throw the ball down the field. Jimmy's not going to throw the ball to DK Metcalf. Like, you just forget DK Metcalf if Jimmy's on that team. I'm just saying. Korean Niner, how you feel?
I'm good, Grant. How are you?
I'm okay. Big game tonight.
Big game
tonight. Is it today? Is it tonight?
I think so.
Okay. One of these. Yeah.
Congratulations on the attempt to buy a house. I think you've got something in the works, I believe.
I might. Yeah, I'm in escrow.
There you go. So
appreciate it.
So with game 1 in Chicago, hopefully we'll be able to meet up again. But going back to the discussion on the Yorks, I've always felt that the 49ers will never win another Super Bowl with their stewardship, because you got to look at what they haven't done since they took over the franchise. They never invested in a starting quarterback for the long term.
I mean, they've invested in it, but they haven't gotten it right. They invested in Jimmy Garoppolo. They've put a lot of money into that poor kid. God, they've dumped a ton of cash, $120 million at least, and he's going to get more.
So hopefully,
no Pro Bowls. They've never had a Pro Bowl quarterback ever. What other team can say that? I mean, the Browns have had a Pro Bowl quarterback. Crazy to me. You have to really try hard to be that inept.
Yeah, so I just don't
They've
see.
had some linebackers though, man. Some great linebackers.
Yes, this is true.
Phenomenal. The fullbacks they've had, the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just see with their also owning the English soccer team, Leeds United, they're about to be relegated. If people don't know what that means, go down to the lower league. So that tells me
good investment. Maybe you sell that and go sign Tyrann Mathieu. Oh, wait, he's on the Saints.
Yeah. So technically, they're investing in a soccer team in England that's going from the top division to the second highest division. So who knows what?
To me. Like, you thought Jed didn't know much about football. What does he know about soccer? That he's about to get relegated.
Yeah.
Or is that a Parag? Is that a Parag production? I think it might be a Parag production. He might be in charge of those investments. We might have to look that up. I don't think Jed's really in charge of that much. I think it's a Parag production.
I just think Jed's a kind of a figurehead with it all. So
they needed to give their kid a job. They're like, all right, let's just make him the owner of the team, but really it'll be Parag and us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you actually in game one, before week one, do you actually see Jimmy still staying on this roster? Because to me, if he stays, the interest in the season for me takes the Wile E. Coyote off the cliff.
I know. Here's the way I look at it. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan have said on the record so many times that they're not going to cut Jimmy. So for them to finally cut him after saying they won't so many times looks wishy-washy. Like, why'd you even say that if you're not going to stick to it? And then I don't believe they're going to trade him. I don't think there's a trade market. So what's the third option? What if they're not going to cut him and no one's going to trade for him? What are they going to do? That's the way I look at it. I don't know.
I always felt when John said, yeah, we could still keep him. To me, that just sounds like a politician talking out of both sides of their mouth.
I think he thinks they're going to trade him. I think he really thinks they're going to trade him. And I don't understand why. I don't get it. But I think he would tell you, Grant, you're wrong. We're going to trade him. All he needs, as soon as his shoulder is good, it's going to be 3-4 teams. Like, no, there won't. No, there won't. No, there won't.
I always felt that since Teddy Bridgewater went down and Vikings had to trade for Sam Bradford with a first and a fourth, that someone said that would happen again. I'm like, it hasn't happened since. I think that's the only time I could ever remember a quarterback going down with a serious injury in training camp and having to trade for another starting quarterback ever happening that I could always remember, and I haven't seen it since.
Yeah.
So if I'm Seattle, I want Jimmy to be on the 49ers. Why would that's a guaranteed win?
If I'm the Niners, I want Jimmy to be on Seattle. Are you kidding? I mean, the Niners defense has a lot of experience against Jimmy Garoppolo. They're not scared. They intercept that dude every day. Every day. I got to take more calls, though, man. We're up against the end of the hour. But good to see you, man.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
All right. Later. Jason says, on a scale of 1 to 32, how good does Trey Lance have to be to make the trade worth it, win the West, win the Super Bowl? To make the trade worth it, he's going to have to either win the Super Bowl or be a top 5 quarterback in the league at some point, because they gave up what you give up for a top 5 quarterback. Sorry. But I mean, if he wins a Super Bowl and is only as good as Matthew Stafford, like only a top 10 quarterback, like you'll take it, I suppose. Barry Baller, what's up?
Man, I didn't think you were going to get to me today.
Sorry, man. I didn't. What happened? How'd you keep falling back in line? I don't know.
You tell
Can you
me.
not see other people in line when you're in the waiting room? Is it just you?
No, we got no clue what the order is.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
I just take everyone in order. I promise. It's democratic. Egalitarian.
Yeah. I love your vocabulary.
Thanks.
That's that UCLA Bruin in you.
I just use big words erroneously a lot, and then I try to make it sound like I'm right, but I'm usually not using the words correctly.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Just say it with confidence. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Grant. So I want to talk some Trey Lance. What's your biggest question mark? If he isn't a stud, what do you think the reason is? What's the biggest question mark surrounding Trey Lance? Oh, and by the way, I don't give a shit who Jimmy Garoppolo dates. I wanted to come in with that. All I care about with Jimmy G is what the hell's happening on the field. I don't care if he's dating strippers, nothing. What's going on the field? And he's mediocre. That's why I don't like Jimmy. Besides that, let's get back to Trey.
What was the Trey question?
What's What's his biggest question mark? Like, if he doesn't succeed, it's because of what reason? Kind of.
I would have to say accuracy, straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. Accuracy. Like,
Yeah.
are you going to be a guy who can complete 60, 62, 64% of your throws? Are you going to be like hovering at 58% your whole career? Because Josh Allen went from a dude who's completing what, 52% to like 67. I mean, that's a big thing. Because honestly, it seems like
that's not a normal jump.
It's not.
Typically,
but it just shows
quarterbacks
you that a
aren't
big
making.
part of that is who you're throwing to, I think. Although
I wrote down the same thing. My biggest question mark is Lance's accuracy. And I like Lance. You know, when we were talking about these top 5 quarterbacks last year, I liked all 5, right? And I didn't like anyone after that. Like, you liked Trask and Mond. I was cool off of those. But those top 5 guys, I liked them all, you know, all for different reasons. It's like Trevor felt like he had everything. Zach just felt like he had that natural arm talent where I don't know how to describe it other than just the natural throwing ability, you know, off
plus the accuracy, plus the arm strength. I mean,
and with Lance has all the tools, but it's the accuracy that's the biggest question mark. And I posted all Trey's highlights. Every throw that Trey had in his 2 starts is up on my channel if you want to go back and watch it. And what I notice is, you know how Shanahan loves to run, I call them play action slides, where it's a play action and there could be a tight end coming underneath the line of scrimmage on the other side, right, into the flat.
That way, it's not like a couple of those. You actually have a blocker, so you give the quarterback time to set up and throw.
Yeah, and you got someone threatening the flat, and it's a little dump off pass, right?
Oh yeah.
Trey almost looks like he aims that throw, where it's like it's just not that natural.
Dude, underhanded, dog. He's like a pitcher who can't throw to first base on the. You know what I mean? He's like, it's right there.
Dude, right what I'm trying. John Lester, he's a left-handed pitcher, can't throw over to first base.
Dude, he's underhanded, man. Walk it over.
So that's the thing with Lance. We're on the same page because
touchdown
Lance
pass
has all the
Elijah
tools.
Mitchell against Houston, that was a struggle.
Yeah, and he missed that.
Man, that's a tough throw. At least in baseball, sometimes it shouldn't be that tough in quarterback though. Because with baseball, the problem is you're used to throwing off a mound. Now you're off a mound. The release point is different. This is really you're not on the mound, Trey. You should be able to hit that one. And that's my thing with Trey. Like, Trey is all about throwing hella hard. Once it's like, hey, don't throw super hard on this throw, he's like, I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? I throw hard. It's like, okay, you don't have to throw this one hard. Can you take something off? Because to me, his accuracy is fine. It's the fact that he throws some passes way too hard. And his passes are not very catchable. Anquan Bolden could catch them, but you're going to have to make your passes a little bit more catchable. Otherwise, you're just going to have a low completion percentage. You're going to have a lot of drops, I would think.
I'm with you. Yeah, the accuracy is the one thing that I'm monitoring with Trey. And hey, Grant, I want to get out of here on a couple of last thoughts. I just watched Drake Jackson versus Stanford's offensive line, the 2021 game field. Dude, Drake Jackson's got some moves, man. These offensive linemen are barely getting hands on him. He's swiping. He's dipping, man. So if you want to see Drake Jackson's highlights, Grant, I'm going to tag you in the tweet because you're going to want to see it, dude. Jackson's got some great pass rushing moves. Check that out. And Grant, the last thing I wanted to touch on.
Who do you think is faster, Drake Jackson or his current teammate, Talanoa Hufanga?
I'm a lean Hufanga. I mean, Drake Jackson, he's not like a pure speed rusher, though, dog.
He's not a 4-5
like
guy?
Pure speed. He's not like a Leo edge rusher. The thing is, Drake Jackson's a really good football player, but he's not a big end, and he's not a Leo speed rusher. He's somewhere in between, but I like him. He's good, and he's got good pass rushing moves and great hands, good bend, but he's not a speed rusher. So I'm not sure. I think it'd be close between like a race between Hufanga and Jackson. But hey, Grant, a couple of I'm thinking of how football can be revolutionized, and Nick Zakel kind of sparked my mind when he was talking about analytics in baseball. We see how baseball's really went with the analytic movement, whether it's lefty, righty splits, these platoons. Grant, do you think it would be possible, and this is actually a really good question for Nick Zakel if you ever get him, to platoon offensive line, right? Say you have 2 offensive linemen. One of them's a good run blocker. one of them's a good pass
Your
blocker.
third down right tackle and your base right tackle and your nickel right tackle. I know, right? You do it on the D line.
You do it on the D line. You do it, in the secondary when you're bringing in a nickel cornerback and bringing off a linebacker. Yep. So it's like, and I realize there's a tell. If you got theoretically your run blocking offensive lineman in, teams could think, oh, this is going to be a run play. But it's like if they're going to load the box or do something, you can still pass with that guy in the game. So I'm just thinking of ways to revolutionize.
It hasn't happened yet, right? Tradition. You want continuity is important. Okay, does the analytics back that up though? Right? Because it used to be in baseball, you want the continuity of the same lineup every day until they realize that's bullshit. Like just play the guy who hits lefties the best, and then the guy who hits righties the best. I mean, so yeah, that's really interesting. It's the one position you basically starting DBs and starting offensive linemen play 100% of the snaps. Everyone else platoons. So
or how about platooning a safety? You kind of got your run. Let's say obviously Jimmy Ward's on the field at free safety, but maybe on rundowns you want Hufanga in the game, and in passing situations you want to bring in Moore or who. I'm not a big Tavarius Moore guy, to be honest, but
or maybe like on first down in your nickel defense, you want your nickel back to be a safety, someone who's good against the run. But on 3rd and 7, you want your nickel back to be freaking Emmanuel Mosley. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I'm thinking that. And
I
then
think
the
that's
last,
probably where the sport's going.
I'm wondering when it's going to happen. I don't think it's a matter of if, but when. And the last thing I want to see, Grant, I want to see a 7-foot player, probably like a former basketball player, come in and be a red zone threat. You're telling me, it's 3rd and 10, ball is at the 15-yard line. It's like, what are you going to run on 3rd and 10? Give me a fade to Willie Cauley-Stein. Grant, I was looking up Willie Cauley-Stein football highlights. Willie Cauley-Stein played football in high school. Imagine a 7-footer like that. And his basketball career is like practically over. I just tweeted Willie and said, Willie, would you consider playing in the NFL? Because that could be lethal. I know Harold Carmichael was like a 6'7".
I was gonna say, like Harold Carmichael was the famous one, 6'8" in the 70s and 80s. Yeah.
Yeah. There's been some big guys, but no one like 6'10", 7 foot.
Yeah.
Right. Get like Damian Jones, your boy, former Golden State Warrior. Get someone like that.
Like instead of being a terrible center in the NBA, go catch 15 touchdown passes a year. What are you doing? I like that. I mean, Jimmy Graham could have been a terrible power forward, but instead he became a Hall of Fame tight end. It's true. You don't have to be fast. Just catch the touchdown pass. Now they're going to take out your legs. It's going to hurt.
Yeah, that's where I don't think you could play him too much between the 20s. Probably save him for the red zone. Maybe you put him in to block a field goal. Maybe with those long arms, they can get up, block a kick.
Jones, I like that. James Wiseman.
Don't do it, Grant. Don't
go
do
there.
it. Don't you do it. All right, big
I don't
dog.
think he likes contact enough to play. I'm sorry. All right.
Have a good one, man.
Good to see you, man. Later. Sean says, screw you, Grant. We have had Pro Bowler punters plus 2 long snappers. We've have an all-pro special teams now as well. Do they show up in a short gold bus? All right. I don't know. It's funny though. What's up? Hold on. There's one more. Miguel, Niners aren't promoting Trey because if they aren't able to trade Jimmy G, they can have a quarterback competition where Jimmy will win because he's making $27 million. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Every day is Dre Day. What's up? You there?
What's happening with you?
What's up, man? How you doing? Oh!
Man, staying out the way. What's going on with you, bro?
What's going on, man? Good to see you.
What's happening with you, boy?
Dude.
Good to see you too, bro. Man, I'm proud of you, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Man, no, good shit. Good shit. But what's up with the Jimmy Garoppolo and Robert Kraft? What is good? Jimmy, you can't be trustworthy around his wife.
That is the weirdest rumor of all time, but somehow it seems believable, right?
Sticky shit right there. I wouldn't want that type of guy in my locker room, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the Patriots didn't either, right?
Yeah, bro. I definitely wouldn't want that guy in my locker room, bro.
You believe it?
As far as yeah, man. I don't know, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I actually do believe the rumor, bro. I mean, come on, man. The first rumor with us was he was with a porn star. I mean, come on now. If you're with a porn star, you're not gonna knock off Robert Kraft's wife if she's throwing the funky Watusi at you. You're gonna knock that down.
Whew, that is weird.
Yeah, but what's going on with Trey Lance, bro? Why does it seem like they don't want to? Why does? Yeah.
Hold on, I lost
Yeah,
it.
man.
Say it again.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What's exactly going on with Trey Lance? Like, I said,
if I knew, I would
I said
tell
I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on with Trey Lance.
You tell me what you think. I don't know. I'm flabbergasted, Trey.
I mean, you've been able to go to some of the training camps. I mean, has he been there working out with any other rookie wide receivers, or is he still, MIA? Like, what's going on with that?
He was definitely at rookie minicamp. I saw him, but I mean, he's not working out, but he was there watching. And then OTA start in 2 weeks. So I guess that's the first test. Like, Jimmy's gone. You get all the first team reps. Take the fucking job. I guess I don't know. Man.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, like, think of it this way: if they didn't trust him to replace injured Jimmy at the end of the season, I mean, they don't probably trust him to take the job yet until he does something new. I don't
know. Yeah, man, I've been trying to keep up with everything, man, but it's just been a whirlwind with the whole Deebo Samuel thing. Then you got this Jimmy Garoppolo thing. He's still on the squad, making $27 million a year. I'm happy Bosa. I'm happy that he took his salary and he didn't make a big gripe about getting his new contract, because I thought that was going to cause a lot of problems also. So I'm happy he did the right thing right there. And I'm looking for George Kittle to step up this year. He kind of fell off last year. I don't know if him and Jimmy Garoppolo were going through something, but it kind of seemed like Deebo Samuel was his favorite receiver last year. He wasn't really messing with nobody else. So I hope to see George Kittle step it up, because I think George Kittle approves of Trey Lance, and that might have caused the problem between him and Jimmy. I don't know exactly what the issue is there, but it kind of seemed like it was, because it was a lot of times, man, last year where I seen George Kittle was wide open and Jimmy would force the ball to Deebo or throw it to the flats like he usually does. I don't know if it was because of his arm inconsistency or his ability to believe in himself and his arm strength, which he has none, but he's made it this far. So I'm looking for I'm looking for a lot of things to change this year, man, and I think Trey Lance is a stud. I'm not too worried about Trey Lance. I think that it's actually media disinformation. You play it up like Trey Lance isn't worth the shit, and then he comes in and he just balls out.
I hope so. Or maybe it's just a bunch of people feeling time when there's nothing going on in the offseason. It's possible. Because basically, if you be like, hey,
man,
Trey Lance is trash, and now you're a celebrity. Anyone who says that gets hell of attention. How do you know? Oh, well, I saw a couple of games. I have some advanced statistics over here. Like, no, you don't fucking know. All right, Dre, I got to wrap this show up, but it's good to see you, man.
Nah, bro. Hey, good to see you too, bro.
All right, man. Have a good Sunday. All right, late.
Hey, Grant, how's it going, man?
What's RDB stand for?
RDB, I think I told you before, it stands for respect, discipline, and belief.
Thank you. I just wanted people that didn't know. I remembered, of course.
Oh, of course. Yeah, for the people that didn't know.
Yeah.
So, my bad. I haven't called on in like a month. I have COVID now. I tested positive for COVID this week.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's going around again.
Yeah, I haven't been to school or anything, but school's been really boring. So,
that's the thing about school. It's boring.
Yeah. Like, yo, hand me my chips. Yeah. Yeah, like I got my chips now and everything. Doctor said, eat 2 of these a day and I should be back to normal. So I'm just like, eating hot Cheetos and stuff like that. So
wow.
Really good, really good. So
yeah.
What's this BS about Robbie Gould being on the season ticket holder thing, whatever, but Trey Lance isn't?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right?
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm serious. I'm serious.
What is this blasphemy coming out of the Niners Instagram? I mean, I don't understand.
It's worse than that. It's the season tickets. No Trey Lance. No Deebo. I know.
That's insane, because I remember last year, like, Lynch was making excuses for Mitch Wishnowsky. Like, he had one game where he punted the ball like 39 yards, and he was like, oh, his leg was tired.
Yeah.
I was like,
his leg was tired.
Leg was tired?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Twice. Yeah.
I got to walk to school for 5 minutes every day. My leg doesn't get tired. How does your leg get tired punting the ball 3 times a game? I mean, I don't understand what's going on around here.
I don't understand what's going on around there either.
Everybody's
it's crazy.
Everybody's getting tired now. What is this tired? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
what is this tired? And it seems like the Niners are more committed to promoting Mitch Wishnowsky than they are Trey Lance. What is that about?
Oh, yeah, because Mitch gets tired and Trey doesn't. Oh, yeah, let's promote Mitch. Yeah,
Mitch plays special teams. Trey, the diva that he is, he refuses to play special teams.
Yeah, Mitch plays special teams. He's really special. Trey isn't special. So we got to promote the guy that's special, the special teamer. Oh, man.
Yeah, if Trey wants to play quarterback for this team, he's going to have to make a really nice tackle on a kickoff in preseason. Earn it.
Yeah, he's going to have to earn it. Like Jimmy G earned it. All that money. I want some of that money. We want some of that money. All right, anyway.
Zombieland, a.k.a. USA, says caller looks like a young Pete Sampras. I'd have to agree. Do you know who Pete Sampras is?
Wait, let me look that dude up real quick. I don't know who
He was the best tennis player in the 90s. He was
a
great.
Nice compliment. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's actually a nice compliment. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
caller. What's this dude's name?
I think he ended up marrying the teacher from Billy Madison. I think he married her. Just want to say. Anyway.
I've seen that movie, but we like to keep it. Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, Zombieland, whoever said that ever, thank you. You're my guy now. Here. Have some Cheetos. Thank you.
Go rest up. Go get healthy. I want to see you next week. All right. This is a serious illness. Be careful.
I'll try to. I might be I'll probably be home next week. Because I hope I test tomorrow, so I don't want to test positive again. Otherwise, I'm gonna be very upset. Well, not really, because I'll get to miss school. So
shouldn't you be on summer vacation?
I don't get off school till June 9th.
What?
I already
child abuse.
I already took my AP exams and everything this week.
Where do you live?
Oh, I live in the East Bay.
Where? Where do you go to school?
Like Antioch, Brentwood area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live over there.
Okay, cool. East Cocoa.
Yeah. I was born and raised in San Francisco, for most of my younger life. But then, the prices get a little high and stuff like that. And, you got to move out to where it's affordable. So now we're here. But it's all good.
Hey, it's nice out there, man. East Cocoa County for life. East
Yes.
Cocoa.
Yeah, the East Bay's kind of. And to Roy, who says
have some hot chips for your health. Go have some hot Cheetos for health.
Yeah. These are kind of good, not gonna lie. I like eating.
They're really good. They're better though if you can put hot nacho cheese in the bag. That's how we used to do it when I was a kid.
Oh, I got some of these too. So I should mix the two.
Yeah. No, actual nacho cheese, literally nacho cheese.
You mean crush it and then put it in the bag and shake it?
But that does sound good though. Actually, I think.
All right, I'm gonna look up a tutorial on YouTube. I got you, Grant.
I'll see you, man.
All right, thank you.
RDB, Michael.
Yo, hi Grant. How are you?
How you doing, man? Good.
I'm doing
How are
good. I'm a bit of a long time listener to the show. It's the first time on the Cohn phone. So hi everybody.
Thanks for calling in. Where are you calling from?
I'm coming from sunny Seattle. It's not really
nice. Niner fan in Seattle.
Yeah, real fan, big fan. Surrounded by Seahawks fans. It's great.
Nice.
Especially after we lose them twice a year. So, but yeah, no, I wanted to talk to you about I guess the rookie interviews and your thoughts on it. One of the things I thought was interesting was two things I thought interesting was the Brock Purdy interview and the Nick Sakelj interview.
Okay.
The Brock Purdy interview I thought that was interesting was when he mentioned both Lance and Sudfeld.
Sudfeld.
Only contacted him and not Jimmy. And so I thought that was interesting because, Jimmy's a great teammate and all of that. And so I think that's just more sort of evidence that, he knows he's gone and they're not really going to.
Not just that he knows he's gone. He wants out. He doesn't want to be on this team.
Yeah.
He's not doing that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was interesting. And they're he's probably, it's his time's coming up. And
it's probably over.
I love Jimmy for what he's done. After watching some bad quarterback plays for the past before him, it's it was a breath of fresh air, but it's time for something new. I think there was a stat that said if the quarterback and coach don't win a Super Bowl within 5 years, then they're never going to win one together. And so I think the change is going to be good.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the Nick Sakelj interview. And so I think his interview himself really sold me on him. The way he talked and how intelligent he seemed felt I think he's going to be the future center. And just the way he mentioned different football, his level of football, how he mentioned the Browns O-lines of Mack, Joe
Thomas, Mitchell Schwartz. Yep.
Mitchell Schwartz.
Very smart guy.
He knows his football. Unlike some players who, even though they love football, they don't really follow it. They just mention different plays. They just mention
certain things, but he actually mentions like the players, and that was a while back. I think it was those great Browns O-lines. And so I wouldn't be surprised if next year Mac retire. I think Mac will come back, but I won't be surprised if Mac retires next year, and then we don't draft the center, and everyone gets mad about that. But I expect one of these guys we got this year to be the future starting center. In my opinion.
I see. So they got a project in the building. It could be Zakel, it could be Brunskill, it could be someone one of these guys. Yeah, Donovan West.
Yeah. But I think I'm a big fan of Zakel just based on what he talked. Like his RAS scores are super high. He seems super intelligent, and the way he communicated, he was a natural, like sort of like Trey, in that it didn't feel like he was. Some of the guys when they talked were just like they were really awkward because that was probably their first time really speaking to media. While Zakel, he was like pretty confident. He talked well. He articulated his ideas.
He reminded me of Alex Mack. Verbally, the way he talks. Reminded me of Alex Mack, straight up. Yeah.
And usually, like the centers are the leader of the O-line, so I can imagine him like being on the O-line, being smart enough to help identify different blitzes and helping set the protections with Trey. And so I like his intelligence. I like his high RAS score. I think he's going to be an interesting developmental project. Probably won't see him that much, but yeah. Other than that, I really like. I'm excited for the draft class. I think it'll be interesting to watch. I don't know. They're probably not all going to be stars. It's even half of them probably won't be stars, but I think it's going to be fun.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
Have a good one, Michael.
You too.
See ya. Guys, I got to end the show now. We went over time. Sorry if I didn't get you EMA Beats Hums, but I'll be back soon. I'll get you next time. Thanks for calling in, everyone. See you soon.